Hi guys, welcome back to round 11 of the Gentlemen's Racing League around the Red Bull Ring this week in Austria. It's a wet qualifying, full wet qualifying. I fueled up for 2 runs of around 8 laps each with the 2 sets of tires that I got, and here we are on my fastest lap. As you can see here, struggling a bit for grip on acceleration. In general, I was struggling a bit for pace around here. I was running a low downforce setup, which is of course especially bad in the wet. As you can see here again, struggling under acceleration, just couldn't find the grip. Running wide here on the exit, just not feeling it. As I said, I was struggling a bit on pace in general, but definitely the wet conditions didn't help at all. I haven't done a single lap in the wet around Austria on the 2020 game before this qualifying session. Around the last couple corners here, taking it nice and gentle to not lose the car on the last couple of meters here. Almost track extending here, improving by just about 1.5 tenths for a 1:14.2. This put me in the end in P8, I think, as we are just about getting past crashed McLaren there. Puts me P8 in the end, 7 tenths off pole. Jester got pole with 1:13.5, so great pace from him. I decided to stay on the 2-stop here. I didn't configure it, but I will be driving a 2-stop. As you can see, everyone around me starts on the mediums. They have free tire choice, obviously. 5 lights here, and away we go. Getting a bad launch considering I'm on the softer tire. As you can see, almost losing the car there. Adesi getting a great launch around me. And we get punted. We get spun off in turn 1. Terrible situation, so yeah. Not a great qualifying session. And an even worse race start here. But I can't do much more now than putting my head down and try to catch up here. I left roughly the first 5 laps or so here in one piece actually, so you can follow me in trying to catch back up here. I made a bit of a mistake when configuring my setup. I put on 1 extra pip of front wing compared to my practice setup due to the wet quali. But I forgot to remove it before the race, so now I am driving a car that I really don't know how it will be handling in the dry, getting a lot of oversteer. You can see they're cutting the corner a bit too much. So by the end of lap 1 we've almost caught back up to the end of the train. You can see carnage here, 3 cars involved in a crash, and Miliano and Chester behind also pitting. They flew off on lap 1 as well. The absolute carnage. We definitely weren't the only one getting a bad lap 1 here. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. So as it stands, we should at least be in somewhat of a fighting position again. It's still P16, but at least we're somewhere near the train now. This stage I wasn't feeling very confident with the car though, due to my faulty setup. I really couldn't push as much as I would have liked to. I think it cost me 2 or 3 tenths per lap, just not having this confidence. As you can see, my line there a bit all over the place. We should be able to make some moves here on these much quicker soft tires. Should be able to get this in front at some point. As he gets past Tleep actually, and we go late on the brakes and go around the outside of Tleep here. Quite surprised with how early he braked there. Probably didn't want to cause a crash with Dizzy, and Dizzy went super deep. We're still behind these two now, and that's just costing us time now. These two guys squabbling. That's just several seconds that we're losing here. But anyway, it's their good right to fight. We get past Tleep now under acceleration. Almost losing the car there again. Yeah, it's just the oversteer that I will be complaining about through the entire first stint here. I will be reducing my front wing during the next pit stop, but until then it will just be quite uncomfortable to drive. Now getting a run on Dizzy, deciding not to go for it though. As you can see, he wasn't sure either if I would be going for it, so he also took the careful route and went deep to avoid any kind of collision. But now we get the outside with the better tires. Should be a good move, yes. We are alongside him now. The inside, next section, have to brake out to not putting him out on the gravel there. And here we just have to concede, otherwise we would have caused a crash here if we had kept fighting on the inside there. We have put him out on the gravel. It's a bit annoying because we would be definitely quicker here, but yeah, it's just no way we can fight here on the inside there. Now Dizzy gets past Keen in front, and we are still on the rear end of this DRS train. So really not going my way. As you can see, guys squabbling in front, and I decide not damage. Yeah, see, if you watch his back, I wasn't fully on the brake there. Still trying to trail brake a bit to go as late as I could to get a better exit on the outside, and it cost me a wing. That was stupid from me. Front wing damage now. I'll have to do maybe 3 more laps or so to make the 2-stop work somewhat. I'll stay out a couple more laps with this damaged wing. Will probably be losing me half a second or so, but really in this train right now I'm losing much more than just half a second every lap, so if I get an opportunity I should still be able to get past and get a gap to them.
Nice move, good job.
Matt doing a dive on this, they're going on the grass, giving Dizzy front wing damage, and Dizzy spinning off across the track in front of us, causing a VSC. What the hell was that? Right. Anyway, lap later we get around on Aminu, go down the inside there, he backs out. Good from him, because I would have been a crash. I couldn't have left him any more space there, and the track tightens to the apex, so good from him to have avoided the crash there. We box on lap 8, go get the new wing and the medium tires. As I say, we're on a 2-stop. But at this point, yeah, the race isn't looking too good. Lap 15, finally catching up to Tleep and Fract. As you can see, Tleep is struggling with his soft tires here a bit. I get a good run up the inside in the middle sector. And a couple laps later on Fract. Here Fract actually seems to be letting us pass. I don't know exactly why, if he wants DRS or if he just thought he didn't want to fight, use a different strategy, but he lets us pass. And lap 24 we go for our final pit stop to the softs, rejoin in P14, and now it's 11 laps to basically try to salvage whatever we can from this race. You can see easy overtake with GRS and White Wolf here.
Good job. Nice overtake.
At 29, Emiliano on his old medium tires. Same thing again, easy overtake with DRS. Obviously these guys can't really fight against these much better softs.
Aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
Correct, running a bit wide there, and again easy overtake. We outdrag him on the better softs and DRS of course. And lap 35 now. We have a 6-second time penalty and Chester is P10, so we'd have to pull a 6-second gap within 2 laps to get into the points here even. But we can still try. Chester's been on these old hards all race, so there's a chance he will be getting a puncture. And in fact on the final lap he did get a puncture. We get our 6-second gap and I throw my car into the wall in frustration after the finish line for a P10, a frustrating P10. Romanov, my teammate, gets P5, salvaging some points for Red Bull. But I really hope it goes better next week, because that one wasn't a whole lot of fun. Anyway, hope to catch you guys next week. Until then, bye bye.